Hey everybody, you want to learn how to sling or become a better slinger? Well, stay tuned, because this video's coming up is going to show you how to sling if you never sling before, or if you're a decent slinger, it's going to give you tips and make you better. Yeah! Alright y'all. So, today's video, I'm basically go through the motions of how to sling real quick and easy. But I'm going to give you the mind frame that if you use, it'll make you a better slinger. I know it does for me. So we'll just start off, all right? First things first. And this is, total disclaimer, this is how I sling, my tips and tricks. It might be different for different styles. All right. And with my slings. First off, put it in your hand, tighten it up. Grab your knot. All right. Slings on your hand, right? Now, I'm going to take a rock. Let me get a weird looking one. Let's say you get a rock and you just want to find a good balance point, a good, it's going to fit good. So that's going to get me into the first thing that I want to talk about. When you're in a rush and there's a bunch of rocks and stuff, you keep picking it up and just throwing it. But if you can focus on getting it in the pouch right before you throw, it's going to help you. It's going to help you slow down a little bit. Because I'm bad for it. I like just picking it up and throwing, right? So get your rock in there, get it nice and balanced. Like I said before, smash it in there. But grab it, take your time with it. Make sure it's right. You're thinking about your target, you're thinking about your last shot, but you want to have this right. It'll stop misfires from happening. Alright, so let's keep going. Alright, so we got it in our pouch. We got it in there, right? Okay. So now what I like to do, you want to think about this rock. Okay, you want to think about it spinning. Alright, you're thinking about the weight of the rock. Don't think about spinning it fast, because you're not spinning it to build up speed. You're just getting your timing right. So every time your sling gets around in this little area, in the red zone, I like to call it, because that's where you're gonna throw and let go. You kind of just think about throwing it. Don't throw it. You ain't gotta. But in your mind, just think, okay, bam. That's where it's at. So now, when you do get ready to throw, you'll have a feeling of where it needs to be. Because that little area, that's where all the magic happens. That's where you guys think of a lot of stuff. Of a lot of things that I'm trying to break down to y'all. Sorry, there's an extra hole in the TV. Camera issues again. I apologize. I need to get my stuff together. Anyway, okay. So when you're spinning it, think about the little hot spot, because that's where you're gonna, let it go at. You're thinking about this area right here, so when you let go, you're letting go in that area. That's what I mean. So you're spinning it, thinking about it every time you spin it, just in back your mind, So I'm gonna start off with the first move of slinging. The first thing you do, besides the spinning part, your first move of your body, putting the rock in, make sure it's nice and level, balanced. Spin it in your head. You kind of know where you're kind of thinking about it. Your first move is gonna be this. It's gonna be this. Because you're going to bring that foot up the top. You're going to bring that foot up the top and squat and turn like that. What we used to say in baseball is don't break the ice. Think about ice right there. You don't want to break it, the little soft tap. And then squash the bug with this leg. That's just what you're going to do. That's your bottom half. All right? So you want to, instead of having to think, okay, don't break the ice, squash the butt of the. Once you throw a lot and you get used to slinging, it's just gonna be natural. Sometimes you might fall out and you might have to think, oh, my legs, I'm not using my legs. And then you'll see. It'll also help when you do that to pull. It'll help you pull better. It'll help you bring it more down. It'll help you bring it more low to the left. But let's put another hole in this TV, y'all. Lord. Whoa. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go to, we got the rock in, we spinning it. All right, and this is another one that y'all know I'm kind of being repetitive, so let me just try to speed this up a little bit. If you're throwing and your throws landing high to the right, you need to work on following through. That means when you throw, you know, you follow through. Follow through. Also, another way to think about it is throw with your shoulder. Think about your shoulder throwing, you know, because basically you're just letting go later and just you're pulling it down. You're pulling it low to the left. All right. Now, if all your shots are low to the left, I like to think about throwing the knot. Think about the knot in your hand and throw it. Just throw the knot. You know, I also use the term flick of the wrist. You know, you kind of think about flicking the wrist, you know. The most importantly, I don't even think I said it because the camera cut off. Well, I did say it. Think about the rock. Think about the rock, because my steps are like this. I get it. You know, besides my first thought, because everything else is natural. The step to me, I don't think about that unless later on, but unless I need to. But I'm thinking, okay, I'm thinking of the rock. Now, I want to throw the knot, but I also want to follow through, you know. I want to throw the knot and follow through. So, the most important, I mean, it's not that many stuff, not that much stuff, you know, just, so now that we're through the process, right? How, you know, either flick the wrist or bring down, throw, follow through, you know. You know, remember, yeah, don't break the ice, squash the bug. So, now that we kind of got through the basics, let's go to the mental aspect. And I learned this the other day, well, after actually a couple times. If I go throw where there's infinite number of rocks, I suck. I'm not as good a slinger as I am when I got a bucket of rocks. And also learn, if I got a pocket full of rocks, I'm better than if I got a bucket of rocks. You know, so I'm like, man, what's it doing? You know, why is that? You know, it's because I'm not taking my time with each shot enough. I'm not mentally prepared, you know, I'm not mentally thinking right. Like, all these rules I tell you, all these things I go by that I say, you know, sometimes I forget them all the time. There's so many, you know, and then I'll be throwing. I forgot to do, let me do this, you know, and then all of a sudden, bam, I'm on it. So yeah, be mentally, I mean, hey, if you can mentally think about just having 5 rocks and you an infinite number of rocks, that's what I'm talking about. That's where you need to be. But to me, now that I know about it, I work on it. So yeah, that'd be another one. Take your time with each shot like it's your last. All right. And then I hate to tell y'all this one, which is the one nobody really wants to hear because there's no trick about it. It's throw. Practice, y'all. You know, you practice so much till your body gets used to it. You know, I said it before, but slinging is like sighting in a scope. Actually, it's like sighting in one of them cheap scopes from Wally World. The ones that you only get a couple shots in before it's off sight again. That's just like slinging, y'all. The more times you can hit the target before it goes haywire, bam, that's where the sweet spot is. You know, I've been doing this like 2.5 years or whatever, something like that, and it's still hard, y'all. It's still hard, but you get to the point where it's like, I know I can hit that thing. I know I can hit it. You know, it might take a few rocks. Give me a pocket full of rocks, I could probably hit it, you know. And it just feels good when you do hit it. Like, y'all hear every time I hit it, I'm always making all this noise and stuff. I can't help myself. I tell myself, all right, Chad, hit it, but don't sound like a fool. No grown man noises, right when I hit it. Oh. All right. Is there anything else? Snap. Let's see. Just like a lesson in life, y'all. Just like a lesson in life. You know, you don't want to walk around being all negative, you know, being all, you know, the Debbie Downer, right? But when you slinging, it's tough, and you miss your shot, and you start thinking like, darn, them negative feelings still arise. Even though you like, you know, you don't think about it as negative feelings, you get mad like, ah, and you're always gonna shoot better when you're loose. You know, you gotta loosen up. You miss it, so what? Everybody misses. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it again. And then when you do hit it, it's like 3 times as good just because you were so mad. Watch, I'm scared. What was that? What you been rolling in? Good Lord. All right, you're always adjusting like the little cheap scope from Walmart, right? So the only way to keep that rhythm going, to keep that hit streak going, you're gonna have to focus on every throw. You have to focus on not just, you gotta focus on where it landed, how to move it with the tips I gave you today, but you also gotta think about where you let it go at, you know? Like, that's when I introduced the pull. Yeah, the pull, like that hot zone area, that's where you're gonna pull and let it go at, you know? Hit it. So, all right, let's go through the whole thing, right? Got your rock in your pouch. You got it in the smooth section. You know, you smash it in the pouch real good. It ain't going nowhere. You can do what you want with the rock. Folk, you know, just make sure you put the rock in right. And when you do that, use that time to like, all right, the rock's in the pouch. I want it right. I don't want it to fly out. I can't waste this shot. You know, that's gonna slow you down. Now, focus on your last shot and what you did wrong. If it's still high to the right, that's when you focus on pulling down. If it's low to the left, that's when you focus on the knot. You know, but every throw you think about it, and then you try to adjust without over exaggerating, correcting, or exaggerating. All right, so now you're spinning it. You're thinking about the little, you know, where you're gonna let it go at, and then you gotta become one with the sling. You know, you can't think that the sling is gonna do all the work. The sling is just an extension of your body. You know, so just think about the rock leaving your hands when you throw. And it helps a lot. All right. So, I'm trying to do a recap of everything, see if I can remember everything right. I should wrote this down. But all right. Get your rock, put it on the smooth side or the curved side that where it fits the best. You know, make sure it's right in the sling right. You're gonna spin it around your head. You're gonna think about the rock. Just think about think about the weight of the rock that's spinning. I just can't explain it right, but and every time you spin it, you know, you're just timing it right now, and you're kind of gonna get the little where you want to hit it, and that's just mentally in your head. Now it's like, okay, what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna step, twist, pull, while I throw the knot and bend over. And I'm gonna remember my shot, and I'm gonna try to adjust for the next shot. And just keep doing that until it's all natural. And then the more natural your throw is, the adjustments they get easier because you gotta know what part of the throw you're adjusting. Bam. Well, all right, y'all. We'll take a few more shots at this TV. You know, maybe get a flying can shot or something. Well, all right, y'all. If there's anything I missed, I'm sure I missed a bunch of stuff, y'all. I'm kind of just out here. You know, I wanted to really explain to y'all about the mental aspect of taking your time each throw, because if you got a lot of rocks and stuff, you know, you don't focus so much. You don't think about how important and precious this throw is. You know, you're all out there with it, you know. So that's pretty much just my spew today. Let's bust some stuff up. All right, y'all, let's take this gong out real quick. Practice paracord. But hope y'all like what y'all seen today. If y'all did, don't forget to like, subscribe, tell a friend. If you do, tell that notification bell. Bing.
Practical paracord, hey, you don't wanna miss it. Keep you entertained, you know that we talking slinging. Catch 'em in Louisiana, Sling King. Find 'em down south, slinging giants like it's David and Goliath. Make sure you subscribe now. All the slinging techniques, slinging so hard I could kill a beast. Come and check me. Hey, I know that you gon' like it for sure. Make sure that you tune in to Practical Paracord. Let's go.